Alright, welcome back. We have another standard deck today. We call it the Teysa, or what is it, Teysa tokens? Not sure how to pronounce her name, but it's a pretty cool card. She's going to be kind of the main focus. 3 mana, 2/3 Death Touch, and at the beginning of your end step, investigate for each opponent who lost life this turn. And whenever a clue you control is put into the graveyard from the battlefield, create a 1/1 white and black spirit creature token with flying. This ability triggers only once each turn. Alright, what we're going to run is Candle Trap, just to kind of slow down a little bit of early aggro that might be coming our way. As you know, standard, that's kind of how it is. It's either aggro or control. Super fun, not boring at all. We'll also run the Dusk Rose Reliquary for the same reason, because you never know when you need to, take something out. Because it can exile an artifact as well as a creature, which is pretty important too, as there's a lot of really powerful artifacts you may need to get rid of, so it's in there. Then we're going to use Hopeless Nightmare. This is a pretty good card. I really like the scry from it, but it's also a good way to throw your opponent off their curve in the beginning, so I like to use them. We're going to use the Ossification, some of those fuckboy cards, but it's going to help us with planeswalkers as well as creatures, because we need a way to kind of touch up with planeswalkers. Jadar, Ghoulcaller of Nephalia. I really like this guy too, being able to create that zombie, which is, good sacrifice fodder. Vron, Executioner's Thane. It's a pretty good card. I've actually been using him a lot recently, so. But whenever one or more creatures you control die, your opponent will lose 2 life and you'll gain 2 life. And it can only trigger once each turn, but that's quite alright. We'll also be using Amalia Benavides Aguilera. I can never say her name. She's a really great card too. With her ward 3 of having to pay 3 life, can get really obnoxious to deal with. And whenever you do gain life, Amalia will explore. Eventually you can destroy all of the creatures if its power is exactly 20, but I've never got there, to be honest. Then we'll be using Feast of the Victorious Dead at the beginning of your end step. If one or more creatures died this turn, you gain that much life and distribute that many 1/1 counters among creatures you control, which is a nice little combo that'll go with Vron and Jadar, so it's a pretty powerful card in the deck. We'll also be running some Extraction Specialists to get back our important cards. Sealed from Existence, Ward 3. You can exile a non-land permanent, so this gives you more control on what you can take out of the battlefield. It is 3 mana, but it's probably better than the Candle Trap and the Ossification, but control's the name of the game. We kind of have to do it in this meta. No choice around it. Can't have fun. And we've already gone over Teysa, I don't know. I really can't figure out how to say her name. But we'll also be using Mondrak, Glory Dominus, so we can make a lot more tokens, which will be really good for the Teysa and the Jadar. So that way we have a lot more to sacrifice. But we can also, make him indestructible. But the amount of clue tokens you're going to make off her is going to be absolutely ridiculous, because we're going to be running the Roaming Throne. And this is another card I really like, so that way we could get double, if it triggered ability of a creature you control, it'll trigger an additional time, so it's a little way to get around things like the Vron, where the trigger only once each turn, it'll double it up. But I mainly use her for this lady, as getting a bunch of the spirit tokens rather quickly is pretty fun. You can start overrunning people, and with Jadar using his Decayed, you know, you're just kind of sacrificing to the Feast of the Victorious Dead, so they're going to grow. And lastly, Gix's Command. It can be a good field wipe, but I find that I've been using it a little bit more to return creatures from my graveyard to my hand, but it's versatile enough to be whatever you need it to be. As far as lands, we have a few pain lands just so we can, you know, get a little speed with not too many tap lands. But we will be running the Restless Fortress, you know, creature lands pretty good. And this one in particular can be pretty devastating with making the opponent lose 2 life and gain 2. And you gain 2. It's pretty nasty. Especially if you don't really have anything to name. With Roaming Throne, you can name Nightmare and you'll get that trigger twice. Shadowy Backstreet. I was hesitant to figure out how many of these to put in, but I threw in one for the Surveil. It could be important. It might not be. I don't know. I've never actually gotten to a situation yet where the Surveil could matter, but you never know. Maybe mid-late game, dropping something in the graveyard could be advantageous for you. And Shattered Sanctum, a couple tap lands to keep it all running, but it is Orzhov, so it is pretty powerful. I've had a lot of luck with this deck. Surprisingly, I didn't think it would run as well as it did, but I've been getting a lot of wins with it, and it's really hard to tell if it's, you know, me actually winning or if, you know, the opponents just, you know, Algrim decides they're going to draw 17,000 lands. I don't know. It's hard to tell. But I have been getting wins with it, and it's not a deck that you see 50 times a day in like 3 matches. But I had a lot of fun with it, so I figured I would share it with you guys. If you want to see some gameplay of the deck, you know, let me know in the comments below. And I'll upload some, because I have a bunch of matches with it. I didn't want to put it on there because, honestly, I'm probably just talking to myself now. People just get the deck and jam. I don't give a shit about nothing else. So, but I think it's going to be, as I said, like, you know, last week, I think I'm going to hella slow down on Magic videos. Because as people are just coming in to grab the deck in like a minute or 2 and then leave, it's kind of killing my channel. So I kind of have to find something to, I guess, save myself and bring something that people will watch for more than a minute or 2. Any suggestions or anything like that, or maybe something you'd like to see, let me know down below as well. I'm pretty versatile in what I can do with the content, but Arena just ain't doing it for me. But I've been talking to my buddy Shifty, and we're considering jumping over to Magic the Gathering Online and seeing how, you know, different it is there. I'm very interested to do that, so if you guys want to see that kind of stuff, let me know, and that'll help gauge my decision on that. But right now, I think I'm going to be done with Magic, aside from like the midweeks every now and then. It's just not healthy for my channel. I need to find something that people will be interested in, and I guess find my niche in the YouTube community, what I would be, you know, more suited for, as Magic just isn't it, and I don't have fun playing this game as much as I used to. And sadly, that's just because the sets that keep coming out are just not good, man. Like, I know people, you know, I've seen a couple content creators talking, you know, pretty good about Murders of Karloff, but I'm gonna be honest with you, it's a dog shit set, and it just causes stupid problems that the game already suffers from enough, that piling on it just makes it worse. And, you know, playing the game is supposed to be for fun. Even though I like to upload some of the content, I don't consider it work. But even when I just playing matches of my own, just playing the game feels like actual work and not fun. So, but you guys let me know what will be interesting to you and what you want to see, because I'm ready to try something new. But with all that out the way, thank you so much for watching, especially if you made it this far and, you know, left me a little comment down there and helped get your opinion out there for me so I can, you know, better gauge where I'm going. I truly appreciate the hell out you guys, as honestly I didn't even think that I'd get as far as I did with YouTube, simply because, you know, Magic's kind of a niche nerd thing, you know, so, but I used to, I mean, I love it, I just hate Arena. But man, it still surprises me, you know, how far I've come, and it's still a little bit awkward for me at times trying to figure out how to really go about doing the content, as I may kind of seem monotone, but really it's, you know, things that I deal with. I don't like to yell, you know, I'm not going to yell into the microphone and scream at you like I see some YouTubers do. It drives me apeshit crazy. You know, I just want to talk to somebody as if you were, you know, right there next to them. Seems pretty legit to me, but if you guys want me to, you know, start screaming into the microphone and all that shit, let me know. But again, thank you for watching, and as always, I'll catch you in the next one.
Be sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, because subscribing makes you feel good.